Let me tell you about a situation that looks successful but feels anything but. A married couple, both educated, both hardworking. One earns around $65,000 a year, the other earns close to $70,000. Together, they bring in over $130,000 annually. That's more than most households. Statistically, they're doing better than the majority of people. So explain this. Why are they constantly stressed? Why do they argue about money? Why does one unexpected bill make them anxious? They're not saving much, they don't feel secure, and they secretly worry that if one paycheck disappears, everything collapses. If two incomes are supposed to equal freedom, why does it feel like a financial tightrope? If you've ever thought, we earn too much to feel this broke, this video is for you. Because the problem isn't your salary, it isn't laziness, it isn't poor budgeting, it's something deeper, something structural. It's what economists call the two-income trap. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. We were sold a very simple idea. If one income can support a family, then two incomes should create wealth. More money means more savings, more investments, more freedom, less stress. On paper, the math looks perfect, but real life didn't follow the spreadsheet. Instead of freedom, most dual-income households got higher expenses, higher risk, less flexibility, and more pressure to keep earning forever. Somehow, earning more didn't make life easier. It made it more fragile. The phrase two-income trap comes from research done by Elizabeth Warren, yes, before she entered politics. As a Harvard bankruptcy professor, she studied thousands of middle-class families who went bankrupt. Her conclusion shocked people. Households with two working adults were more likely to fail financially than households with one income decades earlier. Not because they were irresponsible, but because their entire life depended on both paychecks continuing non-stop. No pause, no backup, no margin. Let's rewind to around 1970. Most families survived on one income. And here's what's important. That one income wasn't just survival level. It covered housing, food, healthcare, transportation, and still allowed savings. Housing typically cost about 25% of income. Public schools were accessible without buying into elite neighborhoods. Healthcare was cheaper. College was affordable. But the biggest advantage? Flexibility. If the main earner lost a job, the other adult could enter the workforce. That second income was an emergency lever, not a daily requirement. Today, two incomes are no longer optional. They're expected. Over 60% of married households with children now require both parents to work. And while incomes increased, costs exploded. Housing prices doubled relative to income. Healthcare costs rose hundreds of percent. Childcare became a major expense. Education costs skyrocketed. So what happened to the extra income? It didn't create wealth. It got absorbed. Every dollar of that second paycheck went into staying afloat. Let's break this down realistically. One partner earns $70,000. The other earns $50,000. That second $50,000 looks powerful until you track it. First, taxes. That income is taxed at higher marginal rates. Suddenly, it's closer to $32,000 take-home. Next, childcare. One child, $12,000 to $15,000 per year. Two children, that income is almost gone. Then commuting and work costs. Second car, fuel, maintenance, parking, insurance, easily another $7,000 to $10,000. Then come the hidden costs, more eating out, more delivery, paid services instead of time. By the end, that extra income often contributes almost nothing or even goes negative. Someone is working full-time for pennies. Here's where things get dangerous, because you don't feel broke. You see the big combined number, $120,000, $130,000, $150,000. So you make decisions based on that number. You buy a house sized for two incomes, cars sized for two incomes, a lifestyle locked to two incomes. The bank approves it. On paper, it works, but only if nobody gets sick, nobody gets laid off, nobody burns out, nothing unexpected happens. The moment one income disappears, the entire structure collapses. That's why dual-income households feel rich, but live fragile. The goal isn't to quit working. The goal is to stop depending on both incomes. Build your life so one income covers survival. Second income builds security. That means buying less house than you qualify for, keeping fixed costs low, treating the second income as temporary. When the second income goes into emergency savings, investments, debt freedom, something changes. You regain flexibility. You regain control. You regain choice. And over time, your money starts working instead of just passing through your hands. Two incomes don't automatically mean wealth. Flexibility does. Margin does. Options do. If every dollar you earn is already spent, you're not rich. You're exposed. Once you see the trap, you can choose differently. And that choice changes everything. If this video helped you think differently about money, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.